All right, y'all. Midday's Power 106, Bryhana. Special moment. Not only is it my birthday, but Eric Bellinger is in the building.
It's easy.
We love to see it. You know, Leos, we clearly do the most. We're the most extra zodiac sign there possibly is. I love to see it. Earlier, you said you were Aries. What's your favorite zodiac sign to, like, I guess date? I mean, you're married, so it doesn't, you know.
Nah, the Libras came through.
Yeah.
And, yeah, she's definitely my other better half, should I say. You know, the Libras come with that balance.
Yeah.
You know,
we need that.
And I truly feel like, you know, she makes it possible for me to be me.
Yeah.
By just being her.
I love that. You know, you said earlier Aries was like, what? That's your sign? That's the best sign? To me, that's the most stressful sign, but we'll just let it slide because you cool. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. I really feel like we just a very anal, you know, intentional. And
right.
When we articulate our thoughts, our creative juices need to be the way that we see them.
Okay. That's a good way to put it.
Otherwise, it's not going to happen because the thing is, God gave us the vision.
That's real. Okay. But you guys are also like emotional roller coasters. I feel like you guys are very up and down.
I think a lot of Aries are very, you know, maybe emotional internally.
Okay.
So you're dealing with somebody that's trying to keep up the exterior, and I feel like it's like, you know, on the inside we really just want a hug. Okay. But if we gonna stand our ground, we gotta stand our ground.
That's real. What would you say was like the worst zodiac sign that you've ever dated?
Pisces.
Why? Why you say
I
like
had
that?
6 Pisces in a row.
Wow.
Before my wife. Coincidentally, it was just like, wait, what's your sign? How? Sway?
You didn't think after like the first 5, like, okay, this is not gonna work?
I didn't know. It was like, I'm talking about the span. When I say 6, I'm talking about since I was 18.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay,
saying?
got
Like,
it,
it was
got it.
always,
Yeah.
you know, it wasn't just like in 1 year. I'm just saying, like, the duration of my relationship career
Right.
was like
the Pisces is just not it.
They was fishy. Okay. They was a little fishy.
I'll stay far away from the Pisces and the Aries, okay?
Ah, dang.
So you've been so lit on Instagram. I love your social media. You know, I know we were both in Miami this weekend.
Yes.
You're flying private planes, doing it big. I'm jealous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what was it like? Was it your first time performing at Rolling Loud?
That was my first time.
Beautiful.
And man, shout out to Wale, man. That's my bro, my real family.
Yeah.
As soon as he found out, he hit me like, bro, I'm doing Rolling Loud. I want you to come down with me. Man, let's do Go. Let's do On Chill. Let's do more joints. Let's just vibe. And, you know, ended up doing the Usher joint, Matrimony, that he has. And, you know, it was just a dope feeling to hear the songs and know that I was there invited. But when they play my records, still see the same love from the crowd.
And the same energy. Like, it was a lot going on, too, because it was, like, raining outside. People were out there in the mud, but the fans were dedicated. What's that energy like, you know, being on such a big stage versus, like, I've been to some of, like, your more intimate shows. What do you prefer?
Ah, man. People know I like the intimate joints.
Yeah,
just because I'm very, like, personable. If I'm meeting a fan that, you know, did everything in their behalf to come to the show, to show up and get their outfit, get their hair, get their nails, get their makeup. Like, I want to meet you. You know, I appreciate that. I want to let you know. I want to perform. I want to look you in the eyes. I want to feel the connection and give you the connection that you rocking with every day in the whip when I'm not there.
Yeah.
You know, and it was cool, of course, you know, to just hear the chant and hear the stadium. But it was very just us, me and Wale having fun. And I really miss that feeling that I get from my shows, for real.
Because this was, what, your first show back since the pandemic?
It was, and to that extent, yeah. I've been doing a lot of the smaller events, like club appearances and different things like that. But to that capacity, that was the first time really seeing that amount of people in the crowd in like 2 years.
And what was it like? Because I feel like the pandemic was very heavy for a lot of us, you know, like how did you keep your mental health on point? Like, that's a question that I think is very important, especially for Black and brown people. Like, how did you keep saying you're a father, you know, you're a husband, you have fans, you got to keep them afloat. So what did you do to, like, tap into that?
You know, I really just challenged myself to be who I thought I believed I really am. You know, so that means when I'm working out and I don't have no show and I'm on the 20th rep on the 4th set for nothing, my whole motivation is, you are Eric Bellinger, right? Aren't you who you say you are? Because when it is time, when the name is called, you can't be having to get ready. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, when it came down to being alone and having that idle time, I made a conscious decision. You know, I thought I would be working on instruments. I told myself, no matter what, after this, I'm going to learn how to play the piano. I'm going to learn how to do this. And as I was in those moments, all I could really do was be still and be proud that I was being still and be proud that I was able to deepen my meditation gift. I feel like the longer you can meditate, that's how much you can really master life. That's like real. If you meditate for 5 minutes every day, you 5 minutes worth of mastering issues. But when you sitting there and you can go for 30 minutes and you just hearing and then don't wake up an hour, you know, like when you can really tap into that, it's discipline. And that discipline is what translates from meditation. Not just that moment. It's you being able to handle anything that's thrown at you from the world. Because you can sit still when nothing is, you know, when nothing is going on. So when something is happening, you've already practiced your piece.
That's beautiful. And I feel like, too, in like the Black and brown community, we don't talk about anxiety enough. I know, like, I've dealt with it. I know I have other friends in the industry who've talked about that. Is that something that you felt like you've dealt with, too, in the past?
Anxiety, not so much for me, because I think that's the piece. It's like where I'm at and what I've been doing is just trying to figure out the things that I feel like I could work on more in life. Like, what are the things that, you know, maybe I don't like about myself or I want to change, and that maybe nobody's even paying attention to. Because once you start doing the inner work, you become stronger, you become more confident, and other people's opinions, other people's thoughts on you, they don't even matter. So you just like, what's going on over here? What they talking about over there? I'm too busy and engulfed in actually, you know, trying to be the best version of myself. People say it.
Period.
It sound good.
Period.
But it's not the funnest. It's like when you just get alone, you know, and when you read and when you research, and then when you find yourself like in a wormhole. Which wormhole are you finding yourself in? Me personally, I'm finding myself in wormholes of things that are enlightening always. I'm not feeding into negativity. When people are talking about people, that's not my convo. You know, I'm not the person that's going to tear somebody down. I'm really trying to build up community, family around me, and better myself, and try to see what's missing for Eric Bellinger. Like, what can take Eric Bellinger to the next level? The people that know, if you know, you know. But what can we do to make others be so curious that they just tap in?
And what do you feel like that is? What is the answer?
Man, I think honestly it's really covering all bases, checking all boxes, crossing all T's, dotting all I's, and not only doing what you think is necessary. You know, like, I think we need this, as opposed to looking at it like a pie chart and you saying, okay, fashion, media training, stage performance, choreography, aesthetic, Instagram, branding, relationships, going to hit the town, going to hit the city, shaking hands, kissing babies, making sure your sound sonically is progressive enough, but not too far to where people could miss it. You know, and I think all of those different tasks, I'm worrying about all of them. I used to just really make sure that the hits was knocking. You feel me? Like, just period. Like, nobody's about to talk to me about music. Now, nobody's not about to talk to me about nothing.
Period.
In any field, in any layer of this business.
Period. And you've really been doing it all. Like, you're acting now. I mean, I saw that you've been connecting with Diddy. And talk to me about what that was like and how that relationship like manifested.
That's the word right there, manifested, man. I seen Diddy post a video like, you know, the R&B. I just feel like we missing the R&B. we need the gatekeepers, you know, like,
Yeah.
and I was like, yo, I've been over here smoking. I've been over here really going crazy.
Right.
He needs to be aware of what I do. He had to camp for his love saga.
Right.
I got invited to go write some songs, and I went and I blacked out to the point where, as if the rent, you would think the rent was due. It's 4 in the morning. I'm still writing songs.
Wow.
Like, no, it was like, yo, you don't even have to do that. I know I don't have to do it, but this is actually my calling. Do you know that there's a difference from wanting to do something and having a hobby and knowing that it's your calling to touch lives? I really feel like I am on a level that the Lord chose me and put me here to do what I'm supposed to do. So I've removed my own self when it comes to emotions, or I'm tired, or like, nah.
Yeah.
Because it's bigger than me. It's bigger than how tired I am. It's about how many lives I'm going to really touch in real life. And if I really think he gave me the tools to do it, if I'm not using it and if I'm not taking advantage of that, then I'm just, you know, a mismanagement of the gifts and the talent that he gave me.
Yeah, not doing what you were destined to do.
Yeah.
So what were those conversations like with Diddy? Because I'm sure he gave you some really great advice. He's the GOAT.
Always.
You know?
Diddy the GOAT, man. To know that you can be great, and still push on a level that's like, oh, you're not competing with nobody else. You're literally only worried about your legacy. The more you focus on anybody outside of your lane, it's the more you're going to lose sight. It's like when somebody's running and they start looking to their right and they looking to their left. It's like the person that is just focused, blinders on, not worrying about no competition, only worried about elevating themselves from the last thing that they did, not sleeping in the trophy room. It's like, yo, I was able to see things on a grand scale. We in the Bahamas. We in a place that nobody has even heard of. I don't even want to say the city. You feel me? I don't even want to say the location. It was undisclosed where it was at. But it was like, this is the level that I want to be at.
And that you deserve at the end of the day.
I deserve. But I don't deserve it if I'm not willing to attach feet to my faith.
I have a serious question, Eric. Do you feel like you're slept on as an artist?
No, not from people that know my music. They know what time it is.
And that's what's important. I just feel like because we've talked about this. I believe in your music. I just believe in the movement. You know, I've been watching you. I've been a fan since day one, and I think that like I just want to see you win, and I think that it's just so amazing just to see your success, for you dropping these singles. Like, I'm like, yes, come on. Like, let's connect with Diddy. Let's connect with the big ones, because it's like, I love to see our people win, so I think that's very dope.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so, speaking of which, your music, I know you had 2 huge singles just drop, OnlyFan. Like, talk to me about the inspiration behind writing that.
All right, so OnlyFan to me is like part 2 of a song I released maybe a couple years ago called Insta Famous.
Yeah.
You know, I was just kind of talking about the girls on Instagram. Not all of them. Just the ones that's famous only because of the gram. Like, we see you and we love you, but that's what's happening. So now, fast forward, where you got OnlyFan, a spinoff, a play on words with OnlyFans, but simply saying, yo, let me be your OnlyFan. I'm going to give you all the gratification, all the love that you feel you're out searching for.
Okay.
So I think the women, they just either searching for the cash or the feelings. So if you're getting your money, get your money, baby. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to fill a void of love, I want to encourage the women and fellas to be dominant enough and confident enough to say, no, no, no.
Really?
Bring that ass here. You know what I'm talking about? You mine and you mine only. I know I drop if they ain't looking, I don't want her. But this is taking it to a whole nother level.
Yo.
This is taking it to a new extreme. Bring it back. Let's go to the crib. we're good.
You're so crazy. This man over here. Okay, so what about Shine on the World? I love the tempo of this beat. Like, obviously, we're going to play it later on today,
Yes.
which I'm really excited to play. But, yeah, just talk to me about the inspo behind that as well.
Yeah, Shine on the World was a record that was nowhere near the album.
Okay.
It was a song I did, like, maybe, I don't know, a year ago. And I was just really in a bag that day. Like, the album was, you know, over here, and I just kind of did this. And as I was playing singles for the team, my buddy Maya was like, yo, is there any joint that I haven't heard? Is there anything, you know, before we just move forward, is there any songs that you haven't played for me? 6 hours later. 6 hours later. He listens through 100 songs, maybe more, you know, and it was a new album after, you know, like, it was like, okay, let's take that, let's take this, let's take that, let's take that, add a couple more things, get some features, and we reshaped the album again, you know, and I think that was a different moment for me because I was so used to just saying this is it and rolling, you know, so to expand the team and to now have different eyes and different opinions on what people think is a better look for me. You know, I'm glad that I was able to remove my own emotion and take a step back and trust it because now that I'm seeing everything, I'm seeing the photos, I'm seeing the pictures, I'm seeing why they like, yo, cut your braids off. You know, I'm like, what you talking about? I like, don't Samson me. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And after you know, it's all panned out, I can actually say, wow, I had a front row seat to the journey and destination of my success.
Do you feel that you overthink sometimes as an artist? Like, what would you say is like your biggest struggle right now? Or that you've had to come across?
I think the biggest struggle was going from wanting to be number one and really like striving and doing everything in my power, like, to then saying, you know what? I'm going to just have fun.
Yeah.
And then coming back to say, nah, let's not just have fun. Let's put our foot on their neck. So now that's the challenge, to actually go from being content and happy with what I've accomplished to channeling into another beast mode to where it's like, no, stop taking it easy on people. For what?
Yeah.
And I think I had just got over the idea and the pressure of success being an independent artist. Like, I'm competing with Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Usher. These dudes are signed to major labels. I'm signed to YFS. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my label. So pound for pound, I'm the best ever come around here. But that's neither here nor there. I'll take the 4 claps. But I had to be real with myself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we out here dolo. It's me, Neem. It's Ghazi. It's the gang.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we are really in the same conversations of top 5, top 10, R&B king. Like, what are you talking about? I'm doing this for me over here. I'm doing this for the homies out there that's also dropping music in my same lane because I love creating and I don't care. This is what I do. This is what I was born to do. I was born to sing. I was born to be a writer for myself and others, to whom much is given, much is tested. So now we got all of these things, and let's also wake up the label owner. Let's also wake up the wife. Let's also wake up the husband. Let's also wake up the father. Let's also wake up the son, and the things that I do for all those around me. I'm a living testimony on my way to being a living legend.
Ooh, I know that's right. Okay.
It's an easy call.
Do you prefer to be independent, or would you want to like be signed? Is that a preference?
I never even taken no meeting. I never took a meeting with a major. I never want my music and my vision to be compromised. I never want the character of what I do and the passion behind what I do to be misconstrued for something that's, you know, out to get $1, you know, because I feel like the fans are here still because they know I never wavered. You know, they know I always stay true to what I do. And I feel like if there's too many people in the kitchen, the intention will be something other than what I'm here for. I'm only here to touch lives. I'm only here to be happy. I'm only here to make the best music, to make new blueprints for up-and-coming R&B artists, to make new sounds sonically and traveling different barriers of music so that people know you can.
Yeah, that's facts.
You know what I mean? And I think with me having this gift and this talent, it's like, yo, if I don't use it, I'm going to lose it.
Mm-hmm. And I know earlier, too, you said that your name is in conversation with top 5 R&B artists. Who would you say is the king of R&B?
Man, the king?
Like,
jeez,
who's
like
number
the
one?
king? I don't know, man. Like, I hate that R. Kelly is locked up. I really do. Because for what he did with music and what he represented, and for the bedroom, I think with, you know, not to say who, with who,
Yeah.
but just the mood, the essence of emotion.
So you were saying R.
TP2?
You were saying R. Kelly?
I'm not saying him.
Oh, you're just, okay.
I'm referencing.
Okay.
I'm referencing. You got Usher.
Okay.
You got Chris Brown. You got Tank. You got Eric Bellinger.
Why not say yourself?
I did. That's 5 people.
But number one, I want to know
You
who,
said top
who's not-
5.
I know I said the king.
Oh, you said the king?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I started with R. Kelly just out of respect. And then
Okay.
I kept going and realized I got to 5 people. But I would say I could be considered a lot of people's kings. You know how people be like, is this your king?
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people be like, this is my king. I'ma stick by him. This my king. I'ma stick by him. People be like, but you sure, Eric Bellinger? I'ma stick by him. The guy that's, I'ma stick by him. Some people know. Some people actually know music, and they don't need people to tell them what should be number one. Some people know what's hard without it being on the charts and without the streams being a billion streams. Like, nigga, you know you paying for them streams. I'm really making music and I'm putting it out, and that's it. That's all we doing over here. So you're not going to get the same results as people that's going viral for every reason besides the reasons that they was in that booth. Like, yo, you know that I'm actually just making great music? That's it, y'all. And you can still be happy and you can still be successful. That is my success. People seeing that and knowing that it's possible without compromising character. Now I can look at Eric Bellinger and I saw his whole journey. I seen it. I saw him, 6 people at the show, 100 people at the show, 200 streams, to now, man, we getting 4 million streams a month when we don't drop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're independent. We own all our masters. Like, I hope they don't come get me now, but it's like, fam, that's really winning. I don't have no publishing deal.
Wow.
That's winning. You know what I'm saying?
You killing the game, Eric.
Thank
Is there
you.
anything that I missed? Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you want to touch on that you feel is
I
or you
just
wanna
want
let
to
your fans
expand
know?
on Bryhana's birthday. Clap it up for Bryhana.
Yay, thank you.
I'm good. Like, I'm in a
Yeah.
good place, you know? And I think people need to know that, yo, when you're happy, you're successful. Because there's successful people that are extremely unhappy. There's people that are rich and they feel poor. I'm full of love. I'm full of life. I'm full of happiness. I'm full of supporters that really know that the music is the greatest music. They don't just be like, Eric is dope. They be like, he the GOAT.
Goat.
Why is that? Why is that? Because that many people can't be wrong.
Right.
But if you compare it to people that don't know,
Yeah.
then you look like you're not doing good. If you worry about what's half empty, you'll never enjoy what's half full. Ever. I'm the most optimistic person. I'm the most positive person. I'm the most joyful person. People see me smiling and get upset. It's like, yo, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. It's a real thing, you know? And I think because I actually practice what I preach, I'm not just out here talking, and I'm really like happy. I'm really happy that it's like, there's not much nobody can say to me. Like, I can't really be rocked, you know, from meditation to really being, you know, having a foundation, also doing yoga for real.
Okay.
Like, being like, I'm like so tapped in that it's like, bruh, this is success. This is real success. And I hope people could feel this type of success.
Yeah.
Not just what the world perceives to be successful or the popular vote or what's familiar to people and what's praised on social media. It's like, yo, I took a fast from like following people. It's just a fast.
That's the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing is, now I don't have no timeline. There's no timeline for the past month on my Instagram.
Oh, wow.
So now it's like, if you thought I was lethal then, I'm not distracted. I don't know what nothing's happening right now. Everything when people are talking about in the studio, all the gossip, I don't know what nobody's talking about. I don't, and at some point I'll be like, oh, that's not cool, because I need to know what's going on with certain things in the world, what's happening. Gazi's birthday, I was like a day late on that. I wasn't happy about that.
We celebrated. You should have been there.
I know. See, I didn't know. I'm not on there. I'm not on there, and I'm not distracted. I'm so focused on my higher calling. Not even just like the fact that I'm like, I got an album coming out and I'm in album mode for real. But I'm not. There's nothing. It's like when you change your number.
Yeah.
You change your phone number, ain't nobody hitting you. Like, do people love me? It's like, yeah, we don't know your number, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, imagine that feeling times 10, because social media was so much of our time. It's like, I take something to, eat, and I look at social media. And then I get something to drink, and I look at social media. But for now, there's no timeline. There's nothing for me to see. It's me and my wife.
Yeah.
That's all I see, for real. So it's like, okay, this level of focus that I'm at, people are going to hear it in the music. They're going to see it on me. They're going to hear it when I'm talking. And it's going to be so damn serious that it's going to penetrate the way God intended for it to, and not the way that I thought it would even land on people's ears. I'm really hitting people's souls, and I know that as I speak. It's the best feeling to know that I'm using my platform, making my family and my God proud.
Beautiful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Bellinger in the building.
Yay!
We appreciate you so much for coming, and especially on my special day.
Yes.
My birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes, sing it. Okay, we love to see it. I appreciate you, man.
No
I really
problem.
do. Thank you.